So what we have done so far, we have looked at 3 different things. We've looked at actually 6 altogether. We've looked at the linear and the quadratic, and we looked at how does it look like as an equation, how does it look like in a table of value, how does it look like on a graph. So we're going to put it all together, okay? So as a linear relation, my equation is going to look like what? Y equals mx plus b. And what is the degree for this? How about in a table of value? What are you going to see in the table of value? Which difference? The first difference. And then how is your linear graph going to look like? It's a straight line. How about as a quadratic relation? It has a degree 2. So the equation is going to look like something like this. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but as long as you have that term, okay, the something x squared. So it has to have a degree 2. And then in the table of value, and it's going to have a parabola shape, okay?
You make my writing so messy.
My writing?
Because I copy it and I'm like all like over the place in the middle of my paper. Yeah.
Okay, so here are some examples that you might see on a test. Examine each question, determine degree and the type of relation it represents. So is it linear or quadratic or neither? So if I'm looking at the first one, what do you say? I have y equals negative 5x plus 18. It's linear, so that's the type. And how do you know it's linear?
Degree 1.
Exactly. How about your second equation that you have there? It's neither. Why? What's the degree for that one? It's degree 3. Yeah, it's cubed. So degree 3. So I call this neither. It is a cube basically function, but we don't know it yet, or we haven't covered it in this course. So in this situation, we just say neither. How about the third one? Quadratic. How do I know that? Degree 2. So if it's asking you for the type, you're going to have to say quadratic. And if it's asking you for the reason for it, you're going to say that the reason is degree 2. Okay? Do you guys have any questions about this? So I want you to do these 2 questions with the table of values, exactly the same thing as you have done in the previous question, okay? Where you're going to look at the first difference. If the first difference is constant, you stop and you say first difference is constant, that means it's linear. If the first difference is not constant, then you have to continue to the second, okay? for example 3, you probably have the graphs clear in your notes. So here's example 3. What can you tell me about the first graph? Quadratic, and how do you know? Parabola shape. Perfect. Quadratic. And it's a parabola shape. How about the second one? Linear, and the reason for that? Straight line. Perfect. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want you to make sure that you finish the first 2 tables, and when you're done, start working on your homework.